worth showing the audience as well. I thought it was a good joke. They thought it was a good joke.
Oh,
Well, they will think it's a good joke.
You opened it. We paid.
Oh, Dumb Elf Kicker says, in case you need a topic, how about how Billy the Fish was shit his Fizz character?
You say that, but I think the pathetic sharks are worse.
Chat is disabled for live stream. What the fuck the hell's going on here? Oh, that's because it's not a live stream anymore. I need to go and find a lime stream.
A lime stream.
Lime stream.
I like pineapple and grapefruit stream.
Not as good as Soda stream.
If I went to Whitney tomorrow, or Doxed, or where I'm going to go to a town in Oxfordshire tomorrow. If I went to Whitney tomorrow, I could go to Argos and replace the canister of my Soda stream because I love Israel.
Where'd you go? Do you go to Robert Dias?
Oh, I didn't know what Robert Dias. No, I go to Sainsbury's because they got an Argos in it.
Robert Dias are quite good because they sell little gadgety kitchen bits and stuff.
Mind you, there's another town in Oxfordshire that contains an Argos.
Yeah.
And I could go there and I could say,
Argos
hey,
are supporting the death of Palestinian children.
Argos are like, you know what, JCB diggers, come on over, and like it's brilliant. They're like, Bordeaux stuff, Soda Stream. I love Soda Stream. So, as I was saying earlier,
I think I've remembered how to do it now. I had to change the soundboard.
Oh, okay. Well, as I was saying earlier to Hemming, we all had a proper belly laugh guffaw on the thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't do any homework for this week's episode, and not only did I not do any homework for this week's episode, but the Woodroses erased all memory of me ever doing homework at any point in my life.
Yeah.
So I have nothing.
Right,
for
so this is
today's
Sparta's
episode.
gone. So
Yeah.
now upload sound. Choose a file, and I'm going to choose Pick of the Pops because we like that one, don't we, Hobbit?
We do like that one. Could you imagine if like they had Elliot Page as or formerly Ellen Page, which was on Trailer Park Boys?
Yeah.
Can you imagine like her being in This Is Sparta and like kicking someone?
Yeah. In fact, you can find it online.
I was just about to say, where have I
dickhead.
seen this before?
Whatever I downloaded that as, it doesn't work in the it doesn't like it in the
in the thingy.
yeah, it won't. I can't put it in the soundboard.
Oh, Sonic, can't you just, even though you've got OBS working and everything, can't you just say to it, hey, I'm going to play this thing here?
Oh yeah, I can play it, but you won't be able to hear it.
Well, that's okay, because I can imagine I can hear it.
Right, so
That's what we've done before. That works.
I'll choose a different file.
Ba 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 ba. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. So, in other news, CERN's been switched off, and
Yeah.
it won't turn back on until 2030.
Oh, that's not very good.
Ooh, spooky.
We think we covered this last week.
Did we though?
Twice. We covered it twice last week.
But did we cover it?
Yes, we did.
Or was that? Yeah, because people are like showing pictures of Fruit of the Loom and it's got the cornucopia on it, and they're saying, "Hey, do you remember all the times when Fruit of the Loom said we've never had a cornucopia in our design?" And all the people showing like their produce with it on. Actually, I've got a Fruit of the Loom shirt. I should have a look to see if the cornucopia's come back. That'll be an update for like future Fortean episodes. You know, Mandela Watch.
Mandem Watch.
Nelson Mandem, is he still what is pigeon for dead? Stupid Nelson Mandela.
I'll just select that one because I can't think of anything better. So we got
ba 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 ba.
There we go. Do you want to try the new one, Hobbit?
Oh no, I'm just happy to acapella.
I'm going to mute you. I'm going to have my say.
It seems
We both got autism, haven't we?
I like.
Is it me or is that very loud?
Well, yeah, but Hallelujah's supposed to be loud.
It's all very, very loud. It's like you on a normal episode, Hobbit.
Well, shut up. Anyway, I've lowered the gain on my microphone,
Yeah.
and I have to whack the gain all the way up on OBS on my end, and now people are saying I'm too quiet on my one.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, I could adjust the gain.
Is that a
on
common
mine.
complaint from people, is it?
Well, yeah, but Ian also complains that I need to do more like auditing videos, and it's just like, Ian, I haven't done a auditing video, let alone.
I think you'd
like,
enjoy auditing,
multiple.
wouldn't you? Just being bolshy in public.
Not really. I've got better things to do than harass the police on a daily basis.
The police are lovely people. Police are lovely fellas.
Could you imagine, right? Like Kevin Turley?
Kevin Turvey.
Never fear, Kevin Turvey's here.
Kevin Turvey.
Kevin Turvey. Can you imagine, like, Kevin Turvey, but in the era of drones and auditing people?
Yeah.
I could imagine that.
I don't know whether to do the Tatzelworm because it does sound a bit boring. It is Switzerland after all.
I will say
it's in the Alps.
It is worth doing because it's boring, and that's how Fortean it is. Like, one of the things people don't recognise about the wood woes is they're so boring. Even if you could accurately describe a wood woes, which to this day nobody's been able to on Fortean.
Do you want to talk about Britain's oldest ghost?
You see, even now when I'm trying to describe the wood woes, we're so bored with it. We're like, yeah, let's talk about Britain's oldest ghost. And by the way, it's a demon.
I think we need to do a Woodwose episode because we haven't done one yet.
Yeah, and it's just the day you do that, you'll find your microphone bursts into flames, and then you have to go back to the old microphone.
Yeah. Is that what happened to your microphone on the episode we didn't do about Woodwoses?
No. Well, that's the thing. That's probably the time when my microphone stopped being a field microphone and now is a stationary one.
Yeah.
Because before then it had batteries in it, but then the contacts and the batteries got corroded, and now it would never work as a field microphone again.
Yeah.
I'll never be able to do field recordings with it ever again.
It's a disabled microphone. It's like a police officer who has a broken back. There's work.
Yeah, or like imagine like, well, imagine if you will a wood woes, but it's not able to distract people, and they look at it and go, "Oh, you're quite boring, aren't you?" It's like, "Yeah, I don't know why you're so interested in me in the first place. I'm just a wood woes, innit?" That's how wood woses talk. Not many people know that. Yeah, the wood woses, they sort of go, just, I'm a wood woes.
Actually, I'll tell you what we could do. There's the Fortean Times has a forum. Should we do some old-fashioned forum talk?
Oh, a forum dive, yeah.
Should we have a forum dive, shall we?
Now, to explain to people what a forum is, although I expect most of the audience know because they're older than we are.
Yeah.
A forum, back in the old days, was social media, except it wasn't social media, it was anti-social media, and it was brilliant.
Because everybody got called a spastic and a cunt, did they?
Well, that was the thing. It was more like anti-social media, because you had to create a username and a password, and often you sort of link it to an email. So if you forgot your password, which I inevitably did, there was a thing to reset your password, and it would send you a link to your email.
Yeah.
And forums would have various like subcategories in the forums to talk about various topics, and then people would post in those forums about various things, and it was brilliant and it was great. And if you didn't get like the forums culture, the people would call you a cunt and a retard, and it was just accepted as like this was the socially correct thing to do. You call people that are new to your forum a fucking spastic.
Well, that's it. They have to take the abuse. If they don't take the abuse,
then you're not welcome in the forum.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You're in the wrong
obviously,
if you can't take a joke, you shouldn't have joined.
If you can't take a good joke, you're a big girl's blouse, and then you're not welcome here.
Yeah.
And that's what was great about forums is you learn to swallow a spoonful of cement and harden the fuck up, and then you could have a discussion with your fellow peers. And I think that was like it was It was a better time. It
Shall I
was a more
change this
civilised
episode to
time.
forums then, so it's not?
Yeah. You know what? This means I can start looking at some forums what people may not know about. Like, I'll tell you about one, and it's the
I would like to start with the Fortean forum because it's the most.
Well, I was thinking there's another spooky forum.
What?
It's got all sorts of spooky subjects in it. It's called Stormfront.
The wrong kind of spook, that is, Hobbit.
No, I'm talking about scary weather events because everyone says storms, they're supernatural.
Yeah.
I mean, we did that episode about sprites the other day. Do you remember
Speaking of that, you seen Piers Corbyn standing against Nigel Farage? So he could have two Corbyns in Parliament.
Oh, what? Jeremy Corbyn's still around? I would actually, like, if I had the choice in Clacton, I would vote for Piers Corbyn. I like Piers Corbyn. I think he's all right.
So what are we having a look at in this here forum then? Do you fancy damned science, technology and inventions?
Yes, I do. But I also quite like the look of this. Let me go back to this one because this is where you found the tinsel worm.
Yeah, the taxel
Dragons,
worm.
urban myth.
Yeah.
Undead creatures, mythical hybrids, fictional characters. Oh, mythical hybrids. I wonder if I find the woodwoses there.
They're not hybrid, are they? They're
Oh,
pure
maybe
bloods,
they're a
aren't they?
hybrid between the Sam Squanch and the druid. Oh, we got divine and sacred hybrids, human animal hybrids, multi animal hybrids, monstrous and fear driven hybrids. And
They haven't got any
symbol-
hybrids that begin with D, I, J, R, U, V, X, Y, or Z.
But they have got ones beginning with W, like the werecat.
What about that Ahoosie alt? Bless you, my son. That's a dog and monkey crossed with five hands.
You're gonna love like the extensive selection of W creatures here. We've got werecats,
Yeah.
were-tigers,
Yeah.
werewolves,
Yeah.
were-hedgehogs,
Yeah.
were-hogs,
Were-hedgehogs?
yeah, were-Staffordshire Bull Terriers. They must be the ones that eat the were-hedgehogs.
I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be boasting about this hobby because I'm pretty sure hedgehogs are an endangered species.
No, they're not. Well, were-hedgehogs are.
Yeah.
I've never seen one.
Yeah.
In fact, up until this point, this may be a Fortean Words exclusive. Do you know another Fortean paranormal investigation show that has talked about were-hedgehogs?
No.
As in,
why is it people refuse to talk about were-hedgehogs?
I think the were-hedgehog thing is one of the most...
Where did you see were-hedgehog? Because I can't see a were-hedgehog. I can only see were-cat, were-tiger and were-wolf.
Well, yes, but you have to look in the Akashic records to see were-hedgehogs and were-Staffordshire Bull Terriers.
Source, you made it up then.
No, source it was real in my mind.
Hobbit, what about scorpion men?
Oh, yeah, scorpion men.
What's a scorpion man? Well, it's a powerful half man and half scorpion mythical creature.
I was a bit curious until you mentioned it, but now you've said it, it's kind of like that does make sense.
How about a sea goat, Hobbit?
I wonder what a sea goat is, oh Hebby.
It is a creature that is half goat and half fish, also referred to as goatfish from Greek and Sumerian mythology.
I will tell you a story about that in a second, but I wonder where the...
What about a serpopard?
I wonder where the dwelling place of this sea goat comes from. Now, my dad, right?
Did you know it had an ancient enemy? The sea Muslim.
Was that one of our audience members? Has one of our audience members been very naughty towards those of the Muslim?
Yeah, obviously I wouldn't say such a thing, so it must be one of the audience.
One of our audience with those Muslimic ray gun
I'm going to see what
jokes.
Dom's deleted.
You know what? It's in poor taste, Dom Alfkick.
Oh yeah,
you know,
Dom, that was pretty bad. You can't say that, Dom. Well, you deleted that.
Yeah, Dom Alfkicker. You can't. We love our rapey fellow Muslimics. And they're not rapey. It's just called.
Hobbit, do not repeat it. But here's what here's what Dom wrote because Rumble tells me.
Okay. No, for the wireless listeners at home, right?
You can't repeat that.
I'm going to give you a clue, though. No, let's just say Dom Elfkicker is into makeup.
Yeah. Right, we're going to do some serious stuff now. We're going to talk
what
about
you talking
damn
about?
science.
Well, I think it's important to take all of these serious subjects like werehedgehogs with a bit of laughter in this.
You didn't even want to know what a serpapard is.
I do, but I'm still not finished with hedgehogs.
Yeah.
Because the point about this, right, is all the stuff we do is, serious and it's very spooky and very often it's malevolent. And we all know malevolent forces are of the devil and what the devil can't stand. And funny enough, there's a lot of people like this too. They can't stand when you laugh at them. It completely defuses their power.
Hobbit, where hedgehogs are in D&D?
You're looking up where hedgehogs are, aren't you?
They're in D&D.
Good evening.
Good evening. I told you where hedgehogs are real.
Yeah. Warriors of Myth Mickey.
Mickey. I think it's needed. I need to explain something here. Like, very often we'll do something and Hemi will say, "Oh, source, it came to you in the dream," but then we look it up and then we find it's real.
So what the abilities of a werehedgehog doesn't seem to have any. Weaknesses doesn't seem to have any. Gallery.
I know what the weaknesses of a werehedgehog is. It's the Were Staffordshire Bull Terrier.
Now Fraser's louder than you, Hobbit. I just can't get these.
Am I? Hello, everybody.
I just can't catch a fucking break with these sound levels.
I was about to say surely not, but then I've just realised.
So how many times did we restart the stream today, then, ladies and gentlemen?
It's been good to touch where hedgehog would.
Yeah.
But the thing is, so just going back to my previous thought before we actually found where hedgehogs are real.
Yeah.
The devil.
It gets worse, Hobbit. They're also known as an iconanthrope. Iconanthrope.
Yeah.
An ericananthrope. A scatsoquaranthrope.
Easy for you to say.
It gets worse. Hedgehoganthrope.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, that's that. I wouldn't have thought of that. That's not an obvious one.
Element species is therianthrope. Appearance is Eric
the Hedgehoganthrope.
Yeah, Eric the Hedgehog. He should have been called Eric the Hedgehog. Would have been sold far more copies and been far more
Eric
popular.
the Hedgehog went off to circus and Could you
imagine it? You stick the cartridge in your Mega Drive. Do. You know.
Sonic the Werehedgehog.
No, Eric the Were.
Actually, there was a Sonic the Werehedgehog. Actually,
yeah. Sonic the Werehog. Yeah. Sonic the Werehog is known simply as the Werehog. Is short. It's a transformation that appears in the Sonic the Hedgehog series. A bestial and werewolf-like form of Sonic the Hedgehog. This extreme physical transformation was created when Sonic forcibly absorbed the negative energy of the Chaos Emeralds.
You know, if we talk about Chaos Emeralds, we'll summon he who must not be named. Oh, sorry, she who must not be named.
She? Oh, God.
She
identifies. Is it Lilith? Fucking.
Oh my God! Even Mumsnet are talking about werehedgehogs.
And here we're all like scoffing at the mere absurd idea of the werehedgehog, and we find out the werehedgehog menace is real.
Twiglet the werehedgehog says he's like a werewolf. Occasionally, and most probably on a monthly basis, gets a bit prickly. Arf. I think it's
boom.
it's a woman joke.
Yes, it is.
I tell you where we've seen an artist depiction of a were-hedgehog, or also known as the were-hedge pig. Now, do you remember the absolutely horrific artist depictions of the first Sonic before the fans said no, do not mess
Oh,
with
yes,
look
No,
like
we have
that."
seen a
yes,
were-hedgehog. It's that bird from Nightbreed. The sexy bird that throws a... Mind you, she's more of a porcupine.
Uh,
Have you not seen the sexy bird from... oh, no.
No.
Porcupine... Have you never seen Nightbreed?
no.
Oh, no. Woman, Nightbreed.
Is this something you imagined, Hemi?
No, this is something that appeared in a Clive Barker book.
This is his 13-year-old
and
imagination, you know.
Clive Barker always felt was a bit derivative of Garth Marenghi.
Yeah.
He once had a poster on his wall as a kid of this mythical creature.
Copy image, that's it. Right, so I'll put it in here.
Barker's
this woman had an
Undynes.
extreme aversion to clothes. Well,
Oh no, that's not very good for the wireless listeners. Somebody's got spent a lot of time in makeup.
It's like
Yeah,
it's the reverse of a Skeksis, isn't it?
it's pretty nasty looking.
yeah.
No, I'm going to mute you. I'm going to shut. I'm going to have my say.
This Sonic the Were-Hedgehog. Da 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 da.
Sonic the Were-Hedgehog. Let's see if we can put sexy porcupine lady up on the screen.
No.
Oh no!
Oh,
Should I not
Which
put
one?
sexy were-hedgehog lady up then?
So, is this like a good segue into the cryptid discussion? The Appalachian Mountains, is this?
Are we doing the
Appalachian
Appalachians this
Mountain.
week?
I mean, we can,
Appalachian
yeah,
Mountains.
it's all
What's
there.
that all about?
Well, you're a bit late, so.
All right.
I
No,
think,
yes.
we were gonna do the Fortean. We'll do the Appalachians next week because we were going to do the Fortean. Because I found the Fortean forum, so we're going to have a look through the forum. The link's in here, Fraser.
Well, maybe they got stuff about the Appalachian things that maybe they talk about woodwoses on the. Let's have a look. I'm going to look right.
Are you going to do some
on
searching? So there you go. There's.
I'm going to go on Forteana.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's PHP. God, I haven't had PHP.
What's
in it.
PHP then?
Oh, well, I mean, pretty huge hyphen something. I forget what it stands for, but yeah, it was all the rage in sort of like the late 90s, early 2000s.
It's fair. It's a nice looking forum. It's not green text.
Woodwoes. No,
What? It's
no,
fucking Squarespace, fucking basic. Is it?
No, it's. Oh, look, there is some stuff about the Widwoes.
You can't even say it now.
Well, like it's no. This is the thing. When we started the episode, Fraser, I said not only did the Woodwoses eat my homework, but then they went and erased my mind, so I can't even remember what my homework was about. Because Woodwoses, Fraser.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
Oh, the
the
damn science is quite interesting, I bet. So it says here, in 1837, Andrew Cross reported to the London Electrical Society concerning the accidental, spontaneous generation of life in the form of Arcturus genus insects, while he was conducting experiments on the formation of artificial crystals by means of prolonged exposure to weak electric current. Throughout numerous strict experiments under a wide variety of conditions utterly inimical to life as we know it, the insects continued to manifest. The great Michael Faraday also reported to the Royal Institute that he had replicated the experiment. Soon afterwards, all notice of this phenomenon ceased to be reported, and the matter has not been resolved since then.
Right, I wasn't paying attention to the first bit. What was this phenomena called?
There you go, I'll put it up. I don't think there's a name for it. It's just like, I think it just got memory hold as soon as it got done. There you go.
Well, the reason
there's the link.
reason
put it in.
you say that is because I'm thinking of Morgellons, where people imagine they've got insects crawling under them, and they find actually no, that the fibers you got in them are nanotechnology, and they do make like robotic bugs. It's half organic.
So he was trying to. So he was conducting experiments on the formation of artificial crystals by means of the prolonged exposure to weak electric current.
Yeah.
The whole studies in it.
Accidental spontaneous generation of life.
Mm.
And they called it Acurus genus insects, which I don't know what that is.
My dear sir, I trust the gentleman who composed the Electrical Society will not imagine that I have so long delayed answering their request. This is you can tell this is 1800s.
I
Blimey,
like
this is very wordy.
the Victorians were like proud of their wordiness.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. I was surprised to find like the other day that people consider like The Hobbit advanced reading. It's like you do realise Tolkien wrote it as a children's book for children.
Nobody
and
really.
therefore-
That's like that's a kid's book. I knew that at the time when I read it.
Well, unfortunately, due to the like rampant illiteracy of our age, it's no longer considered children's book, but it's considered like advanced. Other people are saying like, oh, like J.K. Rowling's like Harry Potter is very advanced grammar. I'm like, you're kidding, right? Have you ever read any of it?
Apparently, it's piss poor, isn't it?
Well, I read because my sister had the books and I was reading it. And I was just like, is this all it is?
It's got his whole methodology. It's got his whole method. If you follow the link under the post, it's the whole methodology.
Well, without looking any closer into it, because I just saw a fascinating thing about woodwoses, which sort of ties into what we've been sort of joking about. I will have to read it later. So without looking further into it, it does remind me of Morgellons, which is very funny because I wonder if Morgellons can be disactivated with EMP pulses. There was a guy back in the COVID days called the Reich Doctor. And he was like, wait, why are you there? He says, well, I'm not particularly Nazi or anything, but I am politically incorrect. And it's politically incorrect to say COVID is a man-made disease. So he was saying, well, look, I'm doing this. And he was showing us like his devaccinator machine, which is like a Faraday cage, which... so a Faraday cage, for those... Well, actually, people might be familiar with Faraday cages these days, because my wallet's one.
Oh shit, how about this one then? I've often wondered about this. This was a very interesting account of an encounter a man named Edgar had on a hike in Wales. Steve Isdale, How to Hunt.
I was just about to
read...
then
you read that one
then. That thing, as well. But I'll just go back to the devaccinator. So it's a Faraday cage, and a Faraday cage stops radio stuff going in or out of it.
Yeah.
And what happens is the patient stays inside the devaccinator, as it's called.
Yeah.
And they're bombarded with high energy radio waves, and it deactivates the nanotechnology of the COVID vaccinations. So, woodwoses, just a second. Faraday cages, Morgellons. I'll have to have a look into that. So carry on with the reading the woodwosy bit.
Woodwosy bit, right then. So
yeah.
So he saw what he described as a Bigfoot being. I think he means a Bigfoot being. There's no punctuation in this.
Yeah, why have punctuation?
No, sorry, there is punctuation. So he saw what he described as a Bigfoot being, then blacked out. Came to sobbing uncontrollably. See what I mean? If you read it as it's punctuated, it's awful.
The funny thing is because I was reading it silently whilst you're talking about the other thing, and it works. But then when you read it out loud, it's like, nobody's read this out loud before, have they?
So he saw what he described as a Bigfoot being, and then blacked out. So that he perhaps should have said and then blacked out. He came to sobbing uncontrollably. Then made it. I'm just going to rewrite this. Then made it home to find under his find his underclothes inside out, and missing a sock and perhaps a boot. He's not gone for the hiking, has he?
Well, it's just these creatures. Like I heard.
Was his arsehole sore as well?
Well, you know your favourite Catholic priest, Chad Ripperberger, but it's Chad Ripperger. It's not Burger. He was
American,
talking about.
So that's why I call him Ripperberger.
Yeah. I like the idea that American purgatory is burgatory. It's like, well, it's a period of time where you have to give up burgers.
No, it's a period of time where you have to be silent for a bit and listen to other people.
Yeah, whilst also not eating any burgers.
Yeah.
You have to relate it to burgers so the Americans can understand that purgatory is a place of purification.
Do the Americans have the burgonomy?
Well, you know, in Purgatory there are no burgers, and it's because you're dead now. There
No
are no
burgers. What if I'm
burgers.
hungry?
Well, you see, the thing
What if you didn't eat
Purgatory,
burgers this morning?
yeah, but I did have a burger this morning. I'll tell you what, I did have a bacon cheeseburger yesterday, and it was good, but it was very salty as well. Like I had pints and pints of water yesterday. I think there was a lot of salt in it. And it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but it was just very salty. So anyway, Chad Ripperger was talking about ghosts, and he was saying, look, your loved ones, they don't linger on when they're dead. They go on to their final destination.
Yeah.
The only creatures which we call ghosts are not. They are demons. They are.
I'd agree with that.
They copy it, and that's why most people, especially if their spiritual immune system's working, will be utterly terrified of any like ghostly encounters. And the one ghostly encounter I had, I was shit scared. I didn't see any like person I
Wait,
recognised.
what? You've had a ghostly encounter, Hobbit?
Yeah, I was
Hobbit
14 years
Hobbit had a
old.
black thing.
14?
He had a black thing in his room.
I've
Yeah.
never heard this story before.
I'll go and tell
okay.
Fraser then.
So I was 14 years old, and there was this sort of dark presence in not black as in like it's the kind of black. It's like there is an absence of light there, but also there's an absence of life, and it was just evil. And it was evil in a way which is absolutely terrifying. And I did end up sobbing to the point where eventually my parents all came through and consoled me, and I explained to them what happened. My dad said, "Oh, you just had a nightmare." I was like, "No, Dad, I know what nightmares are. I've not slept yet. I'm really tired, but I'm terrified of that thing." And
But it never ever came back.
well, I hope not. Or if it did, it came back in a more subtle form.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was absolutely terrifying, and I don't even really want to speculate as to what it was. But I've never been.
Did
more
it
terrified.
have humanoid shape?
No, it was just.
No.
Well, it was so terrible, I didn't even want to look in the area. I just noticed there was like a. Imagine, right? It's your room's dark, all the lights are off,
Yeah.
but somehow you can sense you're not alone.
Yeah.
And more than that, you can sense that there's something there, and it's not a shadow. It's like there's a darkness there which is unnatural, and
Okay.
I've got no rational way of explaining it, because it's like, well, how can you say, oh yeah, that bit of the room's darker than the other bits of the room? It's not that it was darker. It was just like, and it wasn't even there's any light. It was just like I could feel it. And I think
you didn't want to get out of bed and put the light.
Well, no, I was terrified. I was under the covers. I reached out to turn my bedside light on, and then eventually I turned on the main light, and I turned on as many lights as I could. But I knew it was still there. I could still see. It's like, why is that part of the room darker than the rest of it? Like all the lights were on. I had a 100-watt bulb back then, and that's a full fat bulb, and it was still there, and it was absolutely just like I felt like my life was in danger, and it probably was.
Yeah. Interesting. Damn.
So it was just yeah, it was not a pleasant experience.
You've never seen it again, so it's...
No, thank God.
Do you still live in the same house?
No, I moved about more than 10 years ago. And the house I'm living in now is older, and it used to be a pub, so there might have been a few punch ups here.
Yeah, it's probably it might be connected to the house, and hopefully it's not connected to you. Obviously, you would have seen it again.
I think
surely.
I think it was a manifestation of myself. I was reading about poltergeists, and you know who like the most poltergeist like manifestations come about?
Teenage girls, isn't it?
Yeah,
Is
or
it? Interesting.
pubescent girls. It's unrealized telekinetic activity, and they don't, because people don't believe they got telekinetic powers.
That's probably what the poltergeist haunting was, to be honest.
Well, I'm just wondering if again, like I don't really want to speculate on this thing because I don't want to give it any credence or power.
Mm.
But whatever it was very fucking spooky. It was very unpleasant, and I'm glad that was my one and only ghostly encounter. And yeah, I agree with Chad Ripperger. It was a demon. It wasn't a ghost. We call them ghosts, but they're demons.
No, I don't believe in ghosts.
No. Well, I believe in demons.
That thing I just read out, someone else replied, same thing happened to me last month, spoiled an otherwise pleasant walk in the park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh shit! There's no offence, but this is the North American Bigfoot, which has a separate thread. I love forums.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
The thing is, how is one supposed to distinguish between a genuinely weird experience and a whole lot of made-up cobblers? Regarding the last post, instinct tells me to go for the latter, but to be fairer, I'd rather hear the actual account from the actual person. It's easier to tell, maybe.
Well, that's the thing with woodwoes is like the woodwoes' defense mechanism is like any sort of description of them is so vague, and it's so vague and weird and like it sounds so unreasonable when you say it. You just go like, well, what am I supposed to do?
Well, how about this one then? One of the accounts in the article. So one of the accounts in this article. Oh, Weird Wiltshire. So we've got a link to it as well. One of the accounts in this article, Anthony and his wife had taken their dog up to Grovelly for a walk in the woods. A friend of his told him stories of a wild man that had been spotted in the area. Anthony said he'd laughed it off. Little did he know what he was about to encounter. They walked the Roman road and veered off the main route into the woods. Anthony's wife had told him she already found the woods a bit creepy, so she disappeared behind a tree for a toilet break. One or two. You know, if we want some realism in this, we need to know whether it's a one or two, don't we? A laugh...
Was the couple Hindu or Christian?
For a laugh, Anthony banged the tree with a stick, the sound echoing deeply through the woodland. As they stood in the middle of the woods, the atmosphere suddenly changed. The temperature dropped suddenly, and their normally energetic dog froze on the spot and refused to move. He could see something in the woods, and then Anthony spotted it. Approximately 30 metres away, moving swiftly through the trees, was a tall orangutan-like figure. Covered in matted orange hair, it slipped through the undergrowth and bracken so swiftly it was almost like it wasn't there. Being a fit young soldier trained to react, Anthony took off after the creature. But despite his own fitness and ability to cover terrain quickly, he could not keep up with the Bigfoot. I'm thinking he ran off and he's left his missus behind. After following for about 50 metres, the creature slipped away.
Like it, doesn't it?
The creature slipped away and Anthony stopped before returning to his work. So he came back and got, is it gone? I mean, I chased it off. After that experience...
Brave Sir Colin, he bravely ran away.
Anthony. Brave Sir Anthony.
He bravely ran away.
After that experience, where Anthony was very convinced over what he saw, he did a deep fight.
And he was very brave.
He did a deep dive into Bigfoot, but there's no way this small patch of woodland, in the grand scheme of woodland wilderness across the world, can support a creature like that. And what was it anyway? A misidentified animal? A hoax? Or something else entirely?
This is the bit, right, where a lot of people are going to go, no, Hobbit, this is not an explanation for Hollow Earth. But...
yeah.
What if, right, there's a hollow earth and the entrances are hidden in supernatural corridors in the forests, and it all leads to a hollow earth which supports these creatures like woodwoses, and they occasionally come to the surface and interact with our world, but not very often.
So this guy says, Yeti, Bigfoot, Almasty and so on are all hurl rocks. It's been recorded all over the world. Yeti is said to kill yaks by hurling large rocks at their skulls. Not that I think for a single moment that Bigfoot lives in the UK. Joy Division are a great band, by the way. I love the shit that people play.
That is true. Joy Division are a great band.
Oh, they're a bit overrated.
Yeah. Oh, did the other user have like a Joy Division
Love
fan?
will make it fun again.
La, 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 la. You know who really doesn't like that style of music? He goes, "Oh, it all sounds like to me, Mister. I can't fucking sing."
Bigfoot in Grovelly Wood. He's there. I'm about a 20-minute stroll from the Eastern Edge. Tomorrow I'll take my video camera, a flask of coffee, some cucumber sandwiches, and I'll get back to you if I spot anything other than the local riding school, dog walkers, joggers, mountain bikers, school kids, building dens, ramblers, lumberjacks, deer, hares, rabbits, and the fabled ghostly poacher.
Yeah, that guy, he missed a trick. He could have said, "Look, I'll take my weak lemon drink with me."
Yeah.
Do you take when you go on a Fortean exploration in the woods? You take your weak lemon drink with you.
You got to take some weak lemon drink with you.
Fraser, do you take your weak lemon drink with you?
No. Why would I drink lemon drink?
Oh, you need your thermos of weak lemon drink. Otherwise, how will you be able to do your hobby?
My hobby?
Yeah, for this week's hobby, you will need a thermos of weak lemon drink.
What's that from, by the way, Hobbit?
That's from that's from the Late Show with that Daisy, the girl I fancy.
Daisy Donovan.
Oh yeah, she's hot.
I'm off to Tewkesbury Medieval Festival this weekend. Allegedly, they have a wood woes, so I'll try and take pics.
Oh, the wood woes! Oh, the wood woes!
So we've done wood woes. What do you want to have a go at next on the forums? Go on, Fraser, you can join in. See what you fancy.
Yes.
Oh.
The cryptids of Appalachia. What do the Fortean forums have to say about
ley
it?
lines. There's one on in science technology.
No, calm down. It's not your turn.
All right then.
Yeah, we have to do. I'm going to do.
Oh yeah, there's a bit on more. There's a bit on more Gollans in the science section.
Well, don't do that hobby then, because fucking it'll ruin next week's fucking show, won't it?
Oh, but okay. Well, luckily for you, I can't spell Appalachia, so I won't be doing it. Yeah.
Saved by the fucking.
Saved by the
dyslexia. Yeah.
How about this one? I'd love to pick your collective brains. So blah blah blah. Paranormal.
No, you're not
phone
allowed
calls.
to.
First reply. We have threads on this. I'd search phone calls from the dead for a start.
Yeah,
or just telephone or phone, retard.
Yeah, use the search feature, spastic. I love forums. Do you know that the best way to get like advice on a forum? It's not like, you know, normally you'd say like a noob would go like, "Oh, well, you ask the questions, say, hey, I've got questions about X, Y, and Z." No, don't do that.
Yeah.
No, everyone's going to say
you're in the wrong part of the forum, bellend.
Well, they'll just say to you, "Use Google, dickhead."
Yeah.
Back when it was, you know, that was the done thing.
Yeah.
Before Google was just a search.
Use Lycos, dickhead. Probably back then.
Yeah, but that was back when, like, you know, Google actually gave you search results. Why don't you just ask
Jeeves, bellend?
Well, that was back when Google gave you like relevant search results, and it wasn't just like adverts all the fucking time. But no, the way to do it right is you're looking for the subject, and what you say is like, "Look, I know." You deliberately talk about the subject and say, "I know, and I'm right about this," and then you just proceed to say the bunch of stuff.
Oh, Hobbit, in the human
factually
condition.
Incorrect. And then you'll get a whole bunch of forum autists going, "Actually, you're wrong, and let me tell you." And then they'll write all the stuff you're trying to find out just to prove how wrong you are.
Hobbit, there's actually a Fortean food and drink section.
Oh no!
How can food and drink?
Hobbit will be all over that. There you go. I'll put a link in for you.
Yeah, but how can food
vegetarian and vegan? That's horror. That's not paranormal. That's horror.
I mean, there's nothing. Look, the only thing I would say.
You don't want to know about mummy gut bread?
I know what that is, and no.
You do you?
The only thing I would say.
I have no idea what that is.
That's 14 about. Wow, you know, it's like witches that use their yeast infections.
Oh no, grim! Oh no.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's fucking disgusting, and they're a witch, and they should be tried as a witch.
Yeah.
You know, but back in the good old days, we used to like kill witches because it was understood as like you can't have them around; they'll curdle milk in cows' udders and cause miscarriages. You can't have witches around. Witches poison society. But now, what I would say is Fortean.
What's this one? The Brontes all died young from drinking graveyard water and human waste.
Well, but before we go switching from subject to subject, the Fortean thing about vegans, right, and the vegetarian stuff is God himself wasn't vegetarian. When he came down to Earth, we've got like numerous documentary like recordings of him eating fish with his apostles, and I'm pretty sure once or twice he had lamb. Because that, eating lamb, especially on Passover, that was a big thing back in the day. And I'd probably go as far as to say he probably had a bit of beef now and then. And I would like look. It was never said, oh no, he had cheese on a Friday because it's Friday. It never did any of that. But I'm pretty sure you could say our Lord wouldn't say no to a bacon cheeseburger. And in fact, you know what? I reckon he would eat a bacon cheeseburger, and Lord would say, you're eating bacon and that's pork and that's not kosher, and be like, let me tell you, truly I say to you, it's not what you put into your body that makes you unclean, it's what comes out your mouth that makes you unclean. And our Lord Jesus, he did say that. And by the way,
about
you
this
might
one?
be saying
this is right up David Lammy's street, this one. Under UK law, no VAT is charged on biscuits and cake, but they are zero rated. Chocolate-covered biscuits, however, are classed as luxury items and are subject to VAT at 17.5%. McVitie's classed its Jaffa cakes as cakes, but in 1991, this was challenged by Her Majesty's Customs and Excise in court. This may have been because Jaffa cakes are about the same size and shape as some types of biscuits. The question which had to be answered was what criteria should be used to class something as a cake or biscuit. McVitie's defended the classification of Jaffa cakes as a cake by producing a giant Jaffa cake to illustrate their Jaffa cakes were simply mini cakes. They also argued the distinction between cakes and biscuits is simply that cakes go hard when stale, whereas biscuits go soft. It was demonstrated.
I do like stale biscuits.
It was demonstrated.
Have you ever had a stale ginger nut?
Not ginger nut, probably a digestive.
Yeah, they go soft, don't they?
But back when people used to have biscuit barrels.
Yeah, stale ginger nuts, they're pretty decent.
Do you remember biscuit barrels, Hobbit? When you go around your mate's house and they pass around the biscuit barrel.
Oh, we call them biscuit tins, but yes. Yeah. I liked the cardboard boxes for the broken biscuit assortments, and they've all been bashing against one another, so the chocolate chips off, and it's good stuff. I like broken biscuit assortments.
So the issue was revisited in an article entitled "Are Jaffa Cakes Really Biscuits?" published in the Journal of Unlikely Science. The article attempted to classify biscuits via scientific analysis of various features, size, shape, filling, etc., and determined the Jaffa cake.
Cake's a cake and not a biscuit.
Because it's called a Jaffa cake.
Well, yeah, okay, that's what but Hemi, if I was to make you like a chocolate hobnob and I called it an oat cake, would you say, oh yeah, that's a cake? No, you'd say it's a biscuit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, people might say I identify as a woman. That doesn't make it so. Now, the way I know a Jaffa cake is a cake, right, is do you ever get those Tupperware boxes and they're filled with Magdalene cakes? I love those Tupperware boxes. And then you get a Tupperware box at the end of it, which is nice, but the main thing is they're full of Magdalene cakes, and they're about biscuit sized, but you know what? I want some Magdalene cakes now.
What else do we do?
Do you like Magdalene cakes? Let me know in the comments if you like Magdalene cakes. Magdalene cakes.
Do you want to do Robo Cake, Hubbard?
I love Magdalene cakes. Well, no, we're still talking about the Jaffa cakes. You haven't explained.
So what is it? Is it a cake or is it a biscuit?
Well, it's a cake because it goes hard.
Right.
Yeah, but then there was another bit, but I stopped you to go on a rant about how I know it's a cake.
I pretty much finished it. I've moved on now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So anyway, vegetarianism, that is pretty Fortean, isn't it? Because they're basically saying, no, fuck you, son of God. I know better than you.
How about this one? The burning river of whiskey that killed 13 people in Dublin. Oh, that's
I'm just
it. That's
listening
all
to
there
that
is.
thing in the background. That. Do you hear it?
I think that's the boys. The boy's got his telly on too loud.
Just a bit.
Yeah.
He's got a telly, has he?
Oh no, it's not him. No, I think it's the missus downstairs.
What is she listening to?
I don't know, but it's very loud.
Yeah, I can hear it. Fucking hell, man. What the hell? She had a rave.
US man survives chocolate ordeal.
Oh, by the way,
You
know what? I will have to.
I'll drop her a text. I'll give her some abuse.
Just say I'm looking forward to the rosette. Look, she'll get something nice, all right. Put it that way. You don't have to tell her that, but I will. Oh, you can't talk to you tonight because you got a jet after this.
Yeah.
Yeah, not to worry. I'll talk to you tomorrow, most likely.
Turn the TV down. Hobbit and Fraser can hear.
Hobbit says it sounds like vroom, 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 vroom.
It sounds a bit like the teacher from Thingy.
Is it good what is she listening to? I want to know now.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, is she watching that show about the sewer workers and it's a little bit tricky?
It's always a little bit tricky. In US man survives chocolate ordeal. Do you want this one?
Oh, I've survived. Well, you know what? I believe surviving a chocolate ordeal is counted as a racist hate incident these days.
A 21-year-old US man ended up in hospital after spending 2 hours trapped in a vat of chocolate. Police in Wisconsin said on Friday the man had climbed into the tank before coming trapped waist deep in chocolate. Police Chief Randy Berner. You can't have a name like Randy Berner. That just sounds like a joke name. Told the Associated Press news agency. However, other reports suggest it's turned down now. She got the message.
How is it, right? How is it like Americans when they're saying, "Oh, British names are all stupid and sound like sex jokes," and it's like, yeah, but your name's Randy Dickweaver.
However, other reports suggest he was stirring the chocolate when he fell in. Rescue workers and staff
with his penis
at the diabetes.
They call that a wiener.
Sorry, the DeBellis Corporation used cocoa.
Diabetes Corporation.
So they had to use cocoa butter to thin out the chocolate and pull him free. It was pretty thick. It was like quicksand. But it's warm chocolate. One of those. What's it called? The substance. What are they called? Non-Newtonian.
That is a good question, and I don't know. Well, the fact is
it anything like custard in what it's made of? No.
Well, you know, like, have you ever experimented with melting chocolate and it's all kind of like different thingies? Well, the thing with listening to that, right, is I'm thinking if it was so molten that it was liquid, then he'd be scalded and killed, and he'd be dead.
Yeah.
He'd be brown. He wouldn't be brown bread. He'd be chocolate coated.
Well, actually, he'd be
bread.
Dark chocolate bread because the accident involved dark chocolate. I don't know why they needed to tell you this, but they told you this.
Well, because if it was milk chocolate, the milk solids probably make it more viscous, maybe.
Yeah. The worker said his ankles were sore after the incident and he'd been taken to a local hospital where he's recovering.
Yeah. Oh, look at him. Dropping himself into the chocolate like a dirty so-and-so.
Yeah. Someone said maybe he was imitating Augustus Gloop.
I'll save you, Augustus Gloop.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, historical. Are you not looking at this part, Hobbit? You'd love this. This is like, you'd be like a kid in a candy shop, as the Yanks would say.
Oh, sweet shop, as we call it.
Yeah. I did put it in here. This is the food and drink section. What else? Treacle mines are mining treacle like oil. What? Powdered beer? German monks create the world's first powdered beer.
But, right, I'm pretty sure alcohol is a liquid. Like, you can get, like, 99%...
No, it means, like, instant beer, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but
there you go, there it is.
I'll
put it in if you probably want to read this one.
You know what? I will have a look at that now, because I don't think it's like... You know, does it just say just add vodka? or something.
No, it's just add water and it's back.
Just add water and it will froth up, complete with a foamy
Funny,
head.
dextrin
and
gets
flavour.
another mention. We were talking about dextrin. No, we were talking about dextrose
I was
earlier. Weren't we?
just about to look at dextrose tablets because I want some. So Costa Blari Newzal worked together with technology partners and used funding from BMW to create the first powdered product, a dextrin-rich zero-alcohol beer. Oh, okay, right. So in other words, it's the flavour of beer. It's beer flavoured, like you know how you can get like vegetable stock cubes like
Yeah.
OXO. It is, in other words, it's a stock cube that's beer flavour, which is, you know, it's a water soluble beer powder / granulates. Yeah, it's gravy granules for beer. So in other words,
Gravy
if
granules for alcoholics.
if you're to mix that like with some fizzy water with a splash of vodka in it,
Yeah. It tastes
It's-
horrible.
it's beer flavouring for your vodka.
Oh, I bet it tastes rank.
The times is right to put
Well, you
classic
know the
beer
difference
product-
between instant coffee and regular coffee. It's going to be like that, but with beer, isn't it?
I don't mind instant coffee. I mean, I know it's not.
Yeah,
as
but it's
good
a
as the
wildly
real deal.
different taste, isn't it?
Well, you know it's instant when you drink it, but
Yeah.
it's like it ain't that bad. But you know, I've got to read what the monks say here.
Yeah.
The time is ripe to put classic beer production and logistics to the test in view of the way we treat our environment, says Mayor
Oh,
Newsal shareholder.
God. He's
Helmut
completely
Oh.
with the liberal order, isn't he?
This is spoken by Helmut Fletcher. Billions of liters of water are transported to consumers worldwide because beer consists up to 90% water.
Someone said,
and-
yes, they are good, Hobbit. Is that some biscuit or something you said you liked?
Magdalene cakes, yeah, they
Oh,
are, aren't they? Oh, they. You know what? I really want like coffee and Magdalene cakes. I'll have to make some if I can't find any. And this guy here, I mean, this is like, mate, you must be drinking Trappersdales because this beer consists of up to 90% water. It's like, so what? It's 10% alcohol by volume.
He's been
then?
drinking Carlin. Carlin, hasn't he?
Well, I was going to say that, like, triples, like the triples don't even get to like 9%, so that's a quadruple. From the environmental point of view, we are already saving on transport, but not yet on the use of resources and cost of production. It's like, would you want to eat beer from sand then? Is that the problem? If there's one thing I don't like, it's waste.
Someone said underneath, or swallow the powder and down a pint of water.
Yeah, but again, all these people are forgetting that it's alcohol.
Oh shit,
free
Hobbit!
beer.
This is one you'll be interested in. Coors Beer openly admits it ships its beer as concentrate, which saves a huge amount of money in shipping costs.
Yeah, well, but Budweiser's the same. No, I'm not talking about Budweiser, the Czech lager. I'm talking about Budweiser, the American imitation. They make a concentrate, and then when it's shipped to the bottlers, they inject it with fizzy water.
Some wag at the bottom said, "Let me just add some dehydrated water."
I mean, a guy here he says, I gather the same is true of Nigerian Guinness, which is made from a Dublin concentrate.
Yeah.
Although I think fermentation is done at the destination. Well, that's not true because, right, Guinness is made with barley like any other beer. But the unique thing about Nigerian Guinness, and I've had it and it's rough, is it's made from sorghum, which is it's sweeter than barley. I mean, it's all right. Sorghum definitely makes a different sort of brew. But you see, the thing is, barley doesn't grow well in Nigeria because it's too hot. Whereas sorghum does grow well in Nigeria because, you know, it's one of those click, click, dirt, dirt, ooga booga crops.
Have you seen? Apparently, there's been a mysterious outbreak of mushroom poisoning in Iran. This is from 2018. This is quite an old story.
I was going to say that's like, you know, the nefarious you-know-whos have been spreading poisonous mushroom spores
There were
throughout
63
Iran.
reported mushroom poisonings in September in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, and more than double the 28 reported during the same month last year, according to the Northern New England Poison Centre.
This is why I miss my granddad. I used to go mushroom foraging with him. Now, there's a thing like all pharmacists in France and Belgium, they have to be able to recognise mushrooms. But he was so like fascinated with the subject that he went on to get a degree in mycology because he just found mushrooms that fascinating. So he did that. Good on him. I'll say.
There's something about. So there's another one about. So there's a honey made in a Brooklyn cemetery. There's nothing interesting about it. It's just honey that they're making. Said something about Mancua honey. How is Mancua honey made?
Oh, Manuka honey is honey from New Zealand, and because it's from New Zealand, it's not got the pollution that the rest of the world has. It's just purer. The pollen. I mean, I've had it before. It's quite nice. The one which is really sought after and it's really good is the Pitcairn Islands
it's
honey,
the trees they grow on. So Manuka is the trees they grow on.
Right, but the one which is really good and it probably won't be available in the future is the honey from the Pitcairn Islands, because unless new people decide to live there, the island's just going to die off.
So most honeys contain a naturally occurring active agent which is thought to support good health, but is easily destroyed when exposed to heat and light. Manuka, I can't call it Mancua for some reason. Manuka honey. Mancua. Manuka honey contains extra naturally occurring active ingredient which makes it distinct from other honeys. This additional component is stable and doesn't lose its potency when exposed to heat, light, or dilution. Its special quality is known as UMF, and the higher the UMF, the more potent the honey and its powers. Aficionados reckon you need a UMF of 10 or higher for the honey to be properly effective. It has antiviral and antibacterial actions, which is a good excuse for scoffing the stuff neat at the first sign of a cold or sore throat.
Yeah, well, the thing is, honey in general has all these restorative properties, but
this Manuka is better because obviously the good ingredients don't disappear.
Well, again, like if you just get like proper honey from a beekeeper which hasn't been fucked with, then you're going to get that stuff.
Oh, there's a spam section of it.
Spam, 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 spam. I'm reading about cryptozoology and there's nothing worth repeating for the rest of the episode.
I know, it's kind of shit, isn't it?
Are you reading it too?
Yeah, I was like,
No, I'm gonna mute you. I'm gonna have my say.
Spam, 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 spam. Yeah. So anyway,
It
vegetarians,
we've
right?
both got autism, haven't we?
That is a bit like, that's a bit Fortean, because our Lord himself, and I've said it before, but I'll say it again, it's worth repeating for those in the back that weren't paying attention.
Yeah.
He was an omnivore. Definitely ate fish. Probably would have had a bacon cheeseburger to explain to the Jews, look, it's not what you put in your mouth that makes you unclean, it's what comes out of your mouth.
Yeah.
So he would have.
I used to love. So this is about spam. I used to love stuff when I was younger. Spam fritters were wonderful. I was shocked, however, to discover that on Hawaii there's a sushi-like food where it isn't a thin slice of fish on top of the.
No, they put a slab. They put a slab of spam on top of it.
They use a slice of spam instead.
Spam musubi. Yeah, because you see, the thing is, he got a fair few Japs living in Hawaii, and for the longest time, the only meat you could readily get hold of in there was spam.
Yeah.
So a lot of people just said, "Yeah, I'm going to have spam," and then the Japs are just like, "All right, here's some sushi rice," and they put a slab of spam on top of it, like they would do with a slab of fish, and yeah, it's just it's good stuff. Now. Day of the Plants, Tales of a Man versus Flora and Man Suffers.
Oh, there's a Spam Cook of the Year contest. Did you know this?
No.
No, but also, did I want to know?
Yeah, you probably did. You like spam, don't you?
Spam's alright. I think it's quite good if you have spam and beans on toast.
Oh no.
What? What's wrong with spam, Fraser?
It's like it's a paste. It's the pasty.
No,
Like,
Well,
spam's not.
it's not.
Spam's
It's
not
not really pasty. I mean, yeah. If
I mean,
you,
when to get it on cheese on fuck it on toast, you'd have to like paste it on, don't you? Like,
no,
spam isn't a paste. It's pork luncheon meat.
Fraser, I don't know how you serve beans on toast, but I just spoon it on gently.
spoon on.
Yeah, yeah.
Apparently,
how do you do it?
Apparently, it was last done in. Spam Cook of the Year, The Guardian. It looks like it was last done in 2018.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. Let's have a look at The Guardian. A prize of a week in Hawaii. You get a week in Hawaii for the best spam.
It's
recipe.
funny you mentioned that because I was just about to read a Hawaii section.
So what do we got now? So I've got to read through all the fucking crap. Stuart won
let's
last year
say
with his
it's
Thai-inspired peanut butter and chili spam on glass noodles. I bet. How does that sound?
I'd have that. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds pretty good. I'd have that.
School.
But what's Fortean about glass noodles? And is it really
what
glass?
Are glass noodles anyway?
Well, you know, noodles made from arrowroot, they're translucent.
Stuart challenged me to a cook-off. He prepared his winning dish mixing peanut butter with Thai fish sauce and chilies before smearing it on top of slices of spam and baking it in the oven. I was not threatened, however, but rummaging around in his kitchen cabinets, I discovered the fixings for my own dish, spam bhaji, which I made by dipping chunks of the meat in chickpea flour and then and then deep frying them.
I would eat that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's a spam fritter, but with spices.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's like you've reinvented the. Now, on to Hawaii, right? Because we got.
It doesn't say what the. I can get the 2009 winner, which was Gruyere spam and potato gratin. How about that?
In this episode of 40 Words, Hemi reads spam recipes.
Yeah.
Whilst Fraser and Hobbit occasionally interrupt him, but he continues on the brave Fortean investigation of paranormal spam activity.
A woman's amazing spam recipes were recognised, Hobbit. Do you know that?
Oh, no. Heaven forbid.
Was her spam recipes recognised in Hawaii?
Sharon reaches for the tin opener on most days to whip up anything from spam l'orange to spam tikka masala.
Well, I'm sure glad we're talking about spam, Hemi, because this brings them on to my favourite subject. Did you know?
I just imagine she talks like, who's that really shitty northeast comedian? I've loved experimenting with food for years, said Sharon from.
Yeah. She's like,
I like cakes. I do. I'm fat. I am that one.
I'm fat and I'm northern, and that's the basis of my entire sketch.
That's my personality. Yeah.
This is my entire bit. I hope you like this bit because I'm not going to do anything else. Yeah. I do like her actually. I mean, I'd give her one.
Yeah.
I'm fat, and that's funny. Oh, look at me. I'm being fat like. Oh, look at my fat hips. Oh, look at my fat ass. I've got a fat ass, I am, because I'm from up north and I eat cake. Oh, I'm fat. I'm so fat.
Do you know Richard Lefebvre holds the world record for eating spam by wolfing down? Because this is a newspaper.
Is Richard Lefebvre?
He wolfed it down. He wolfed it. He had 6 pounds of spam in 12 minutes.
Richard Lefebvre is he the bishop, or was archbishop, and the founder of the Society of Saint Pius X?
I don't know, but because half a pound of spam a minute.
Well,
for 12 minutes.
You know what? I'm guessing because it's not really considered to be a very Christian thing to like wolf down your food.
Yeah,
it probably wasn't the archbishop that like defected. Because see, the main problem with the Society of Saint Pius X is they're somewhat opposed to the Vatican II Council, and they're saying they should have the traditional Latin Mass, which is a bit boring. I'm gonna, that thing that people were into for like the past 1500 years. It's a bit boring. The Novus Ordo Mass asks for more active worship in people, so I'm guessing it probably wasn't him that was wolfing down all that spam.
Holy shit!
Now,
do you like custard, Hobbit?
Now,
Yeah,
Hemi,
I like
not only do I like custard, have I got a story for you
Have
about
you got a
custard?
story for me?
Yes, yes. So you see, this story, the thread should be called "The Lesser of Two Weevils," but I will read it in, and
Is
you'll
that
be
the
like,
lesser of
"Oh,
two evils or the lesser of two weevils?
wow, the Lesser of Two Weevils." Now, this story here, right? It says Malawi, a place in Hawaii called Malawi.
I win my way in the jungle, the
Oh, hang
mighty
on.
jungle, the
No, wait.
lion
Malawi
sleeps
is not
tonight.
part of Hawaii.
I win
So
my
all
way,
this
I win
segueing I
my
was
way,
trying to
I
do
win my...
into Hawaii, and it's got nothing to do with it. But
Malawi,
anyway,
Malawi's in Africa, isn't it?
I shall read on about Malawi anyway, because this is very Fortean, right?
Yeah.
Attempts to halt the choking spread of water hyacinth have spawned even more aggressive vegetation.
Oh, shit. Whoops.
Yeah. What?
Oopsie.
You're right.
What?
No. I was reacting to the reading.
I thought there was some like IRL distraction to the show.
He spilled his spam on toast on his keyboard or something.
Oh, I'd love spam on toast. Malawi was not picturesque enough to the anonymous European settlers suspected of importing water
hyacinth. Sean Connery
hyacinth
narrating this one, isn't
a century ago. Now the legacy of that decision is all too clear as power cuts ravage the economy. As mats of wheat flow down the Shire River of Malawi.
Why are power cuts ravaging the economy?
Well, you see, mats of weed flow down the Shire River, Malawi's electricity stops, crippling industry and costing the country £500,000 a day.
Why is the Chinaman narrating this article?
Well, this is for Malawi, traditional Malawi accent. Stretching bunches
Malawi's
more
in
than
Africa,
one.
Hobbit.
It's traditional Malawi accent.
You should be reading it in your. This is I am from Malawi.
No, that's for West Africa. This is Malawi, traditional Malawi accent. So anyway, stretched in bunches more than 100 miles upstream
You're never
from...
going to get comments from that fucking lefty gazer that listens again. These two are horrific. Hobbit was doing Yellowface, and it's terrible, and I was most offended.
No, that's Dom Elfkicker. Dom Elfkicker wears makeup for our shows, and I said it's entirely wasted. I mean, the thing is, I suspect he just masks up before the show anyway. Stretched bunches more than 100 miles upstream of the Nikola hydroelectric station.
It's Alphabet Cat singing. You ever heard Weird Al Yankovic Spam? where he did a cover version of Stand by REM.
Oh no! I like someone's criticising.
In the canoe. I can't remember the words.
I like when someone's criticising Weird Al Yankovic. It's like, hey, Weird Al, how about you sing a song where you're not hungry about food? How about that? How about you do a song that's not about food all the time? I like Weird Al Yankovic. I like how he's in that film about himself, where he talks about his father being Amish and like a copybook, and it's like, Weird Al, you're not that old. Why did your father have a copybook? Why don't you use a camera? It's like, well, he wasn't allowed to. And then he does about the Amish paradise. So anyway, 100 miles north of the Nikola hydroelectric station was one such culprit. Floating vegetation never meant for Africa. It's not hyacinth, but a highly invasive plant spawned by the battle against the hyacinth.
It's not bucket.
The vegetation is getting worse. It's blocked a whole barrage, says Wales Columbola, a technician from the Electricity Supply Corporation.
His first name's Wales?
Yeah, Wales, as in the country...
Is that where he was conceived, is it?
The country of... Oh, yeah, it's like someone called India. Oh, no, David Beckham's son's called Brooklyn because... Yeah. Oh, poor lad.
Good job he weren't...
he stood...
Good job he weren't conceived in Scunthorpe, isn't it?
Or Staines.
Yeah. Or Bell End.
Or Shitterton.
Yeah. Or Crapperton. Isn't there like Crapperton?
No, actually it's Crapstone, but it's not far from Shitterton. So so anyway, Wales goes on to say the vegetation is getting worse. It's blocked the whole barrage. Oh yeah, we've already said that, Wales Columba. He stood on the dam in Luanda, known locally as a barrage, which regulates the river from the Nakula plant, but the weeds block the flow. Every day, a crane hauls out tons of the gunk, and 4 trucks shuttle it to a site for burning. A second crane is due this month, says Mr. Colombola, as a further 6 trucks.
I've just got a few questions.
Yeah.
Colombo.
The colour. Oh,
one more thing. One more thing about this weed. One more thing.
Yeah. So the authorities are considering buying a floating bulldozer and harvester from Aquarius Systems.
A floating bulldozer.
Yeah, it's a US firm which battles the superweeds. They're struggling. It's coming down the river faster than they can remove it.
Hold on. I'll carry on a bit.
Yeah. I've seen. They're pretty cool. They said Jane Dolphinenbach, the firm's president. Disruptions to hydroelectric power, which account for most of Malawi's 355 megawatts, costs £188 million a year, a third of the GDP, says the Energy Ministry.
I found a floating excavator. I can't find a floating bulldozer.
It is probably the same sort of thing. Soil erosion and silt clogs up the rivers, as does hyacinth, a bitter twist because for a time the evil weed seemed vanquished. The floating mass, which can double in size in a fortnight...
I remember the good old days when the evil weed used to be tobacco.
Oh, I thought it was the devil's lettuce.
Yeah.
The floating mass, which can double in size in a fortnight, proliferated across the Shire. Until... Oh, yeah, the Shire River, until the mid-1990s.
I don't think it is a floating bulldozer, because I've Googled for floating bulldozer, and there are no pictures of a floating bulldozer.
Well, in Malawi...
There are quite a lot of pictures of Lego bulldozers, but not floating bulldozers.
In Malawi, they call them... It's like, in Malawi, we would have the floating bulldozer. No, in Malawi we'll have floating bulldozer. Get the accent right. Be culturally sensitive. So, soil erosion and silt clogs the rivers, as does hyacinth. Yeah, we said that bit. Blocking sun and sucking oxygen, nitrogen from the water.
Why is she on holiday there, Mrs. Bouquet?
Yeah, the plant increased acidity and damaged algae and plankton. Unchecked, it would have been an ecological disaster for Lake Malawi, the third biggest in Africa. Fishing villages with no alternative source of income faced ruin. In some areas, 60% of the beach was no longer accessible, said Alexander Bulrani, Deputy Director of Fisheries, and crocodiles hide in the hyacinth, so it wasn't safe for women to collect water. The weed came from Brazil.
They still made the women go...
Well, yeah, you can't expect men to do any work. They're shiftless bastards.
Women.
Well, yeah. It's just women do all the bloody work over there because the men are too busy. Well, I won't say.
Yeah. Too busy stoning people in the street. We've all seen those videos, haven't we?
Not every episode features, the favourite word, but but a lot of episodes do.
It will appear. It will appear before the episode. You can
the weed came from Brazil, and so with the help of Britain's Department for International Development, did its nemesis, the Neochaetilia and some other stuff, 2 beetles which eat only hyacinth. Some 500,000 were released, but although the hyacinth stood
I'm sure that won't have unintended consequences on the local environment.
Well, you see, Malawi has found a malign side to the weevil solution.
Yeah.
Feeding on the decaying leaves and branches has come a new breed of hippograss and papyrus, more aggressive than traditional vegetation, said Patrick Feary.
So literally, Malawi's just like the woman that swallowed a fly. So now they've swallowed swallowed a spider to catch the fly. What are they going to swallow next?
A mouse.
A mouse.
Yeah. A district fisheries officer in Mangochi. Just as we were winning the battle against hyacinth, we realised this problem is secondary growth, he said. Yeah. Back in Luanda, Mr. Colombola confirmed that the weeds which snagged the turbines...
No pleasing some people, is there? Jesus said that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just always... It's no pleasing them. So, the weeds which snagged the turbines have become worse since hyacinth largely disappeared. Malawi's only option was a combination of biological, chemical, mechanical means to control hyacinth's revenge. This will be a long-term program, probably forever.
That is long-term.
Yeah, that's it. So it's like, oh, you thought you dealt with the hyacinth. Well, guess what? Now you've got aggressive hippopapyrus.
So do you like? So Fraser likes custard. Do you like custard, Hobbit?
I love custard. Let me know in the comments if you like custard.
It's a small thing for you and a large thing for us. Don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends.
Yeah, you cunt.
Yeah, don't forget to tell your mum to listen to us. She'd love the show.
Yeah.
I'll call your mum a cunt if she doesn't listen.
A lorry driver has been forced to flee after 6,000. I think we did this the other week, didn't we? The explosive substances thing. 6,000.
Never fear,
60,000 tins of custard and rice pudding he was transporting began to explode. The cans of dessert exploded like fireworks after the blaze broke out in his HGV. The driver.
Which custard brand was it?
Oh, I'll tell you. The driver was unaware that his lorry carrying 26 tons of ambrosia custard and rice pudding to a local supermarket was on fire, and motorists were forced to flag him down. So he was going the distance, Hubbard. He was going
for speed.
Yeah.
He's all alone in this time of need. Because he's running the course. He's got to get there before the 4.5 hour timer is up. He's going the distance. He's going for. Oh, speaking of which, I got a letter through from the DVLA the other day. It's like, oh, it's time to renew your tachograph card. Give us £20. I'm like, yeah, not going to happen, buddy. Joke's on you. Yeah. I'm not doing that shit no mo.
He eventually stopped on the A32 in Chagford, Devon, and fled the truck seconds before 60,000 cans began exploding like thousands of gunshots. The fire crews raced to the place, but the desserts were too well alight, and the whole lorry was consumed in 20 minutes.
Fucking hell!
I saw a hay transporter and it caught a stray spark. I'm wondering if it came from the diesel exhaust.
Yeah.
And like, it was weird because it wasn't weird, right? I was doing recovery, so I was going northbound on this motorway, saw my vehicle was on the southbound side. It's always really good when you talk to like the RAC or the AA, and it's like, oh yeah, he's on the northbound bit of the M40 or whatever, and you go there, and it's
Isn't
just
there
like
a joke about a lorry with custard on it having an accident? I'm sure there's a joke about it, isn't there?
Yeah, well, because that's where you find the sharks. You know, what's yellow and dangerous? A lorry that's broken down with shark-infested custard.
Yeah.
So anyway, this guy, right? And I saw it, and then like I come back and I was like, oh,
how about this one? Apparently there was a lorry carrying ballroom costumes that overturned. Police are advising drivers to go slow, quick, slow.
That actually sounds like a policeman's joke. So anyway, I saw the flame on it, and I just thought, oh dear, does the guy know? And then I came back, because I came off the motorway and came back on again because the vehicle was on the.
What do you call custard when it goes bad, Hobbit?
So you'd never believe the entire thing caught in the blaze. It was just completely engulfed in flames.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, shit, because I was like, it's a good thing I managed to get off the motorway in time, because that thing, right, it was just like 3 lanes of the motorway were blocked off. Just everyone was stopped behind it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping, well, obviously they did deal with it eventually, but I was talking to the other guys back in the yard about it. It's like, oh yeah, we know about that. Was that your doing? It's like, what's that supposed to mean? Oh yeah, I just go around like throwing like firebombs into passing lorries. The fuck?
I dumped a bowl of trifle over my ex-wife after we had an argument. She took me to court over who would look after the kids after we divorced. She got custody.
What? Oh, gassy fruit forces airline alert. Now this is a Fortean paranormal investigation, right?
I don't get this one. This morning my wife saved me from choking to death on a custard cream biscuit. The fat cunt had eaten them all. That's not very nice, is it?
I get it, but it's not very Fortean. So anyway, a gassy fruit, British Airways, the Fortean, I hear you say. Well, Hemi, I shall read on then.
Yeah.
BA is still investigating the cause of the fire alert. A jet carrying 308 passengers was forced to make an emergency landing in Ireland on Sunday after fruit fumes set off the fire alarm system. The British Airways Boeing 747. Oh, that must be back from. Yeah, it's back from 2004. The British Airways Boeing 747, because do you remember back in the good old days when we can have things like the 747? It was en route from Miami to London Heathrow. It landed at Shannon Airport, that's in Ireland, after a warning light indicated there was a fire in the hold. An airport spokeswoman person said in a closer examination found rotting fruit was giving off unusual fumes. British Airways is still investigating the cause of the alert. A spokeswoman person for the airline said flight BA 206 landed safely at 08:45 British Summer Time, approximately 2.5 hours after its scheduled arrival time. No fire. She said the plane had made a standard diversion into Shannon Airport after a fire alert indication light illuminated, setting off fire extinguishers in the hold. There was no fire aboard the aircraft. The aircraft landed. Hang on, I thought we say aeroplane.
Have you heard the one about a bloke shoveling horse shit off the road into a bag? So I stopped and asked him why. He told me he was taking it home to put on his rhubarb. I said, fair enough, I prefer custard though.
Yes. Hey, what's yellow and dangerous?
The shark-infested custard.
No, Chinese man in Malawi. What are you doing there? He's putting water hyacinth in the Shire River.
An explorer in the jungle saw a monkey with a tin opener. He called out to the monkey, "You don't need a tin opener to peel a banana." "I know," replied the monkey. "I'm not stupid. This is for custard." That is a fucking terrible. Is that even a joke?
Hey, what's yellow and dangerous?
Shark-infested custard.
You thought I was going to mention the Chinaman again.
What's yellow and smells of bananas?
Chinaman in industrial accident live leak video.
Monkey.
Where he get. Yeah. It's funny because it's true. Have you ever seen a monkey vomit?
No, can they?
I think they can. They're not horses. Fraser, you look at you're a resident vomiting expert.
Yeah.
Do monkeys vomit?
I guess they do.
No, I guess we needed a proper investigation into the Fortean nature.
Okay. I guess so. Yes.
Well, you heard it here first, right? Monkeys can vomit, and that's been confirmed by our science expert Fraser. That's Dr. Fraser Gaines. He's lifting. Yeah. Oh, speaking of which, have you seen all the Fraser Gainsborough posting on Twitter recently?
No.
Like, there's all these edits of like Fraser and Niles, and they're really fucking bad.
What do you call a massacre in a pie shop, Hobbit?
Shark infested custard. Oh no!
Custard's last stand.
Oh
yeah, the custard was bad.
Did I finish the custard story?
What do you like to know about the custard and burning in a lorry?
No one was injured in the fire anyway, so there we go.
Oh well, that's okay. I love a story with happy ending. Do you love a story with happy ending?
Weird, rare, forgotten and weird, rare, forgotten and discontinued foods. Topics are discontinued.
I thought I just had a topic the other day, or was it a picnic? I always get topic and picnic mixed up. I mean, I know they're different, but are they?
I hate it when Yanks call it candy.
Yeah, but it's not candy. I know what candy is, and it's a chocky bar isn't candy. Look, sherbet is candy. Licorice all sorts is candy.
Yeah.
Oh, I got
Topics are absolutely still available, and I'm off to buy one right now. After hearing mentioned, I can't think of anything. Never ever that impressed with. Why don't you just buy Snickers instead?
I hate Snickers.
Have
they got this picture of Topic and it's next
Highland
to
Toffee bars? Were you ever into Highland Toffee bars?
What the fuck is this? Topic vegan gluten free, Bounty vegan gluten free. What the fuck?
Oh, did you know? Kellogg's used to do? What's the thing with the honey monster? What's that? Sugar puffs.
Oh, Sugar Puffs, yeah.
This is
Puffed
not
rice with puffed rice with brown sugar. That's Sugar Puffs, isn't it? But it used to have sushi on the front.
Sugar Puffs is it's not.
Yeah.
I thought Sugar Puffs was puffed wheat.
Oh, it is. Yes, you are correct.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's like puffer rice is like the original ricicles.
God, I haven't had fucking Sugar Puffs in fucking ages. Holy shit.
Have you ever had like a
They still
piss
make
that
them.
smells like Sugar Puffs?
Don't know, actually.
Hemi, have you ever had Sugar Puffs piss?
No, or asparagus. It's also called asparagus piss, isn't it?
No. Asparagus piss does not smell like Sugar Puffs piss.
No.
No.
These are
Don't
two
even
different.
remember.
The weird thing is like I've had Sugar Puffs piss before, and it's like, but I don't even eat Sugar Puffs. How come my piss smells like Sugar Puffs?
I remember.
That's called a urinary tract infection.
I remember as a kid
No,
wanting
it's
to become a lorry driver because I thought you got to eat Yorkie bars.
Yeah, but Hemi, you can just eat Yorkie bars anyway. You
Do
don't
you
need
remember candy cigarettes? They were ace.
I do
No.
remember candy cigarettes. Oh,
You never
know
had
what?
candy cigarettes at Fraser?
Oh, wait, maybe I have actually seen them. Yeah, maybe actually.
They're called Just Like Dad candy cigarettes. Hey Dad, can I bum a smoke? A fucking box.
Oh,
I've got to save that picture.
Hemi, I'm going to show you this. This is what we were talking about earlier today. Dextro Energy.
Yeah.
It's full of dextrose.
Yeah.
No way, really?
And this item cannot be shipped to your selected delivery location.
Oh, it's verboten. It's verboten, Hobbit.
Yeah.
it's,
Contraband, Hobbit. It's fucking contraband, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess not allowed that. Well, according
Oh,
to
great. It's the wrong format, so I can't fucking put it up in OBS.
Dextro. Dextromethorphan. Really?
Dextromethorphan? What the fuck is that?
It's artificial opiate used in cough syrup, and if you take enough of it, you hallucinate. And Delisim, 12-hour medicine for adults. No featured offers available. Delisim.
That's alright, I found another way to put it up. Because the window capture now works. There we go, so there they are, the Just Like Dad candy cigarettes.
New Dextra. It says prescription. Well, this is all Amazon US.
Why do Yanks have to call it taffy?
Well, because they have speech impediments.
Yeah. Oh shit, I never heard of this. Pink Panther strawberry flavour pink candy.
Yeah.
Never heard of that one.
You can get Dextro Energy.
Oh, Cadbury's Marble. I think we do need to get onto more Fortean subjects though.
What about Dextro Energy tablets? A pack of 24 of them, £14.32.
That's not bad. Should we talk about...
Yeah.
So what do you want to do? Conspiracy, cryptozoology, earth mysteries?
Yeah, but what about the flavours? You can get orange, blackcurrant, blueberry, classic, fizzy sourberry, lemon, sports tablets. No idea what that is. And tropical. Dextro Energy. Dextro Energy lemon energy gel, non-sticky, fast-acting, drinkable energy liquid. Liquid gel carb concentrate. With a burst of glucose and caffeine. Oh, Fraser, do you like caffeinated sugary drinks? I like caffeinated sugary drinks. Hey,
I am caffeinated sugary drinks. What of it?
Let me know in the comments if you like caffeinated sugary drinks. I'm not going to burp now.
I don't bleed. I just bleed fucking lemonade and cola.
Exactly.
Depending on the day. Yeah.
I was like, there's this lady who she takes a drink and then she says, I like this drink, and then she burps quite a lot. And then she takes another drink of it and then she burps even more. And then she's like, I like Dr. Pepper. Do you like Dr. Pepper? Let me know in the comments if you like Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper. Burp, 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 burp,
I don't burp though. I don't burp. No.
Any fizzy
Do you know
drink
Purple
I
Lucky
have,
has his own section? If you want to know more about Purple Lucky, listen.
You
to
know
our
what?
episode.
You're not really a fucking
burp.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not really a burp.
You don't have the constitution for these kind of drinks if you burp. I'm just saying. It's weak. You need to up your game, Hobbit. You need to smash those tolerance.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you don't burp, then you fart. So I'd rather burp than fart.
Don't do that either.
I haven't been gassy in ages. Next week
That's true. I haven't either.
But I used to.
It's weird.
It depends.
Because when you're a kid, I swear, you used to fart all the time when you drank fuzzy drinks, but.
Well, yeah, that's because you swallowed down those burps, so you have to fart them out. All the burp is a fart that you've swallowed.
Oh.
But the thing is, like, with the...
So if you're keeping a fart, do you burp?
Yeah, well, it's got to come out one way or the other, right? Yeah, I'd imagine so.
My mouth farts are,
Bottom burps.
Yeah.
Hemi, have there ever been... I'll tell you what makes me fart, and I looked into it, and there is some science about this. Right?
Beans.
Garlic makes me really windy, and I'm not
baked beans.
Well, yeah, that too, because that's fine. But the thing about garlic, and the reason it makes people windy, is it's got these types of sugars in it which are not digestible by humans, called polysaccharides, and polysaccharides are loved by the bacteria in your gut.
Yeah.
So they eat a whole bunch of it, and then their thing is they make methane. So you eat them. And then you get all this, fart. Have you invested in fart coin yet?
Fart coin.
Fart coin. Fart. No, I'm rich. Fart. Got a new car. Fart coin.
Oh, do you want some Japanese urban legends? Oh, it's a video.
Is there the one about the toilet demon that if you fart,
it takes you poop?
It will stab you in the bum. Apparently, there's this demon over in Japan and asks you about what's your favourite brand of toilet paper, and if you get it wrong, it kills you.
Don't know.
By choking you with toilet paper. The strange. Now people will say, "Oh yeah, that was because some poor child got stuck in the toilet and flushed away, and now it dead." But actually, no, it's not anything about that. It's just that in Japan they've got demons.
Was Oliver Cromwell kidnapped by a monkey?
You know what? I am going to say yes.
Applying Betteridge's law of headlines, the answer is no, and this will be a very short thread. Indulge me, please. I first read the story in a Ladybird book, complete with an illustration, Oliver Cromwell, an adventure in history, in primary school, which relegated how was a baby
book of church reformation.
How was a baby, the future Lord Protector, was abducted from his crib by a monkey and carried onto the roof of his grandfather's house, Hinchinbrook. I accepted this, like so much at primary school, without question, like how prevalent thieving monkeys were in Huntingdon in 1600s.
I'll tell you what.
Gone.
Have you noticed, up until probably the 18th century, monkeys were continuously plaguing the English, weren't there? I mean, there was
there must be something, because when was Murders in the Rue Morgue written? Who wrote that? That was...
the reason I mention it, Hemi, is because do you remember that story of, was it in Hartlepool?
Hartlepool, yeah, the monkey hangers.
Yeah, because the monkey was a French spy, so it had to be hung.
Yeah.
And, it's just, it was a done thing. It was just here's a monkey, and it's spying for the French. We got to hang it.
Yeah.
Simple as. Look, I don't make the rules. Brexit means Brexit. Simple as. Sometimes you just got to hang a Frenchman or two.
Yeah.
Now, in the case of this...
is this an allegory for the French, then? Is this what monkeys were?
Well, all I'm just saying is that, for some reason, up until the 18th century, England was plagued with unusual monkey cases. There was funny monkey business going on in England at that time.
Yeah, it's definitely the French.
And, well, was it the French? Was it somebody else? We'll never know, really. Yeah. But it's in the mid-90s... I don't know when it stopped, but it seemed like quicksand was an existential threat. You couldn't.
Oh yeah.
you couldn't move in England for all the people being sucked under by quicksand.
I actually lost a boot to quicksand as a kid.
I lost a boot to quicksand. Yeah, that was the other thing.
Yeah, did you not lose a boot to quicksand as a kid? I did.
Well, it wasn't quicksand.
You know what? You know what George Michael and wellies have got in common, don't you?
What?
Oh, they both have like cum in them.
They both get sucked off in bogs.
Okay, yeah. Oh, my dad, right, and the reason I mention this is because I was going like silly jokes with my uncle, right? And I was saying to him, "Hey, how do you make a hormone?" And he says, "Because no, I thought the way you make a hormone is you don't pay her." Now, the way he told me, he says, "Oh, you kick her in the cunt." I said, "What?" He says, "Yeah, that's a joke your dad told me." I was like, "Oh yeah, that does sound like the sort of joke my dad would say." It's like, no, that's not how you make a hormone. But I mean, it is. No, the way you make a hormone is you don't pay her.
Yeah.
He's just like, oh, you're such a Fagin. Why would you not pay a whore?
Have you ever known Have you ever heard of the windshield ninja?
Oh, windshield ninja! Tell me more, Hemingford Gray.
According to local legend, he was a trained fighter who came all the way from Japan sometime in the 1980s, expressly to dispense justice in Windshield, just outside Burton upon Trent. The ninja went around.
Come to dispense justice, ninja justice.
He went around beating up drug addicts in the park. The local press recently got wind of the story, published a small article asking readers to call in if they remembered this exotic vigilante. My sister was in the pub the other night and everyone was talking about who the windshield ninja was. And someone turned to her and said, "I know it is, and he's in here tonight, but I'm not saying." So it weren't so it's just some lad that just went around bullying people with obvious problems.
Can you imagine, like, one of the drug addicts says, "Yeah, every time I was trying to shoot myself, he'd go and kick me in the elbow, and he'd jab the needle right in. It really hurt. Eventually, I got deathly scared of needles." And then just said to me, "Next time I do it, I'm going to make you regret being alive."
What else?
It's like, "Oh, I hate you, windshield ninja." "Oh, yeah, you hate me, but now you're sober." It's like, "Yeah, that's why I hate you, because I'm sober. I don't want to be sober. I live in Winchell."
Exploding gas lift chairs. Have you ever heard of this one?
Yes, I have, actually. So, office chairs, you can adjust the height.
Let me just read the preamble, because it is quite funny. Ever since the invention of the gas lift adjustable office chair, there have been rumours of high-pressure gas leaks rupturing the occupant's intestines, or worse still, the entire gas cylinder exploding and shooting upwards like some anally targeted torpedo.
Yes. I think there has been more than one confirmed case of somebody's like...
Well, apparently there have been 3 such incidents, all reported in China.
China? In China?
Is that like one of the natural predators of China now, like escalators?
Yeah, escalators.
Escalators are the apex
chairs.
predators. Isn't it funny, like, you go into like various countries, like, in India, the apex predator is the train. China, it's the escalator.
And England, it's the Muslim.
Yeah, it's just there's an apex predator in every country you go to. It's weird. I mean, in America, it's obesity.
So there we go. So gas lift chairs up the jacksie, not a good way to go.
Ooh.
I mean, I can think of worse ways of going, but there's not many of them, is there?
Yeah.
Imagine you're surviving and you're in A&E, and like the fire service are there as well because they're trying to like lift you without causing extra injury.
To be fair though, it probably cure your piles.
Yeah. Well, you ain't got no piles no more. You ain't got no rectum.
I was going to say, there's good news and bad news, Mr. Hobbit, sir. The good news is you won't have to worry about piles ever again. The bad news is, also the good news is you won't have to worry about bog roll ever again.
Yeah.
And the good news is you won't have to worry about using the bog ever again. Bad news is, are you familiar with what a colostomy bag is?
Are you ready for your third nipple, sir?
Yeah. Are you ready to have a fistula? Because it's fistulamus. Oh no! I think there's this podcast I listened to called 8 Bus, right? And every so often they have their annual Fistulamus episode where they talk about people with fistulas around the world. It's such a depressing and grim story.
Do you know about Pope Joan, Hobbit?
No, there's no such thing as
Pope Joanne.
John Anglicus was a 9th century Englishman. He travelled to Athens where he gained a reputation for his knowledge of the sciences. Eventually he came to lecture at the Trivium in Rome where his fame grew even larger. He became a cardinal when Pope...
I was going to say, is that an anti-Semitic
Cardinal?
A cardinal. He became a cardinal.
A lot of cardinals were anti-Semitic canards.
Yeah, exactly.
He became a cardinal. That's even higher than a cardinal. That is.
Now, for those of you who want more Fortean words, we do have a podcast which hasn't been updated in a while, but that will get fixed one of these days. Now, I was listening back to one of these episodes, right, and I was talking about that's an anti-Semitic paper mache theory.
Yeah.
And I was like, is this one of those things where we're like, why is there all these French terms like anti-Semitic canard? What about anti-Semitic paper mache? I don't remember the context of why we were saying it was anti-Semitic paper mache, but it was.
So he became a cardinal when Pope Leo IV died in 853 AD. He was unanimously elected Pope. As Pope John VII, he ruled for 2 years until 855 AD. However, while riding one day from St. Peter's to the Lateran, he had to stop by the side of the road and, to the astonishment of everyone, gave birth to a child. It turned out that Pope John VIII... Oh, it was the 8th. Sorry, I said 7th, I meant 8th. 8th was really a woman. In other words, Pope John was really Pope Joan. According to legend, upon discovering the Pope's true gender, the people of Rome tied her feet together, dragged her behind a horse, while stoning her until she died. Well, that's one way of fixing that issue.
Yeah.
Another
might be just sacking her.
I believe now weddings can be annulled. I believe that this is.
Could they not have just annulled the papacy? I feel like the punishment didn't fit the crime.
I would say it's like, surely the conclave should be like, well, look, we elected this pope in error and it's our mistake, so we're going to do a penance.
Yeah.
And Pope Joan can't be pope anymore because of the fact she's a woman.
Yeah, that must have been the most flat-chested fucking androgynous.
Plus she was with child. Child.
Just a beer belly, right?
Some popes are quite well fed. Maybe they just thought she was portly.
So another legend has it she was sent to a faraway convent to repent her sins, and that child she bore grew up to be the Bishop of Ostia. It's not known whether the story of Pope Joan is true. The first known reference to her occurs in the 13th century, 350 years after her supposed reign. Around this time, her image also began to appear as the High Priestess card in the tarot deck.
Oh, you know what? If we're going to do that, can I've got a Fortean subject for you. Yeah. Have you heard of Saint Catherine the Magnificent?
No.
Saint Catherine the Magnificent.
I've just got a little bit more to do, and then you take over. The Catholic Church at first seemed to accept the reality of Pope Joan. Marginal notes in a 15th century document refer to a statue called the Woman Pope with her child that was supposedly erected near the Lateran. There was also a rumour that for some years the chairs used during the papal consecrations had holes in their seats so that an official check of the Pope's gender could be performed. During the Reformation in the 16th century, the Catholic Church began to deny the existence of Pope Joan. However, at the same time, Protestant writers insisted on her reality, primarily because the existence of a female Pope was a convenient piece of anti-Catholic propaganda. Modern scholars have been unable to resolve the historicity of Pope Joan. So there you go.
Now, I think I got her name wrong. I did pray to her.
Did you know we had two popes? We had Pope Adrian the Fourth.
Yeah,
he was English. He was Pope from 1154 to 1159.
Right. Okay. I found her name. It's Saint Christina the Astonishing. That's why I got it. I was getting mixed up. Also known as Christina Mirabilis. Now, this is an amazing Fortean story, right? So Christina the Astonishing, well, that's Saint Christina the Astonishing, Wikipedia, also known as Christina Mirabilis, which means Christina the Miracle, was a Christian holy woman born in Brusterne, which is near Sint Truiden in Belgium. Christina was primarily known for a legendary resurrection.
I've got no, I'm not laughing at that. I've got another one
No.
that's quite funny.
All right, so her legendary resurrection during her funeral mass and numerous other miracles attributed to her during her life. Oh, come on, Wikipedia, you're really making this boring. That this is. Look, I'll carry on with this, but it's a fascinating story, right? It's not saying here, right? What happened is at her she had a massive seizure and died, and then when she was at the funeral mass, she flew out of her coffin and flew to the rafters. And the bishop presiding at the time asked her very kindly if she come down, and she did. But now this was the thing: she went to heaven, and then when she spoke with Saint Peter showed her purgatory and hell, and showed her all the lost souls and all the damned souls. And he gave her a choice. Said, right, you can be part of the church triumphant. That's fine. You can stay with us forever and praise God for it. Or you can go back to earth, and you can tell those sinners to repent. And she chose to come back to earth. And one of her abilities was, it's incredible, right? Not only could she fly and like be on the rafters in various places, she was able to contort herself into the smallest spaces. Like she would be found asleep in the little drawer you put your cutlery in. It's so weird. So anyway, the life she had like three sisters, the religious family, blah blah blah, boring, boring, boring.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you see, Christina the Astonishing has been recognised as a saint since the 12th century. She was placed in the calendar by saints at least. Fucking hell! Look, this is so fucking boring, right? They don't talk about any of the incredible things she did or the visions she had.
Yeah.
I mean, oh, right, okay. Thomas, a contemporary, then a canon regular who was professor of theology, wrote a report 8 years after her death based on the accounts of those who knew her. Again, this is just like, it's not telling me anything about this stuff. Come on, Christina the Astonishing minus Wikipedia, because I can't have Wikipedia. This is the horrible thing about Wikipedia, right? This is an incredible fucking story, and they're not right. Imagine, like, Hemi, if I was to describe to you Thunderbirds, it's a story about paper mache being used to depict various things that happen. That's the most boring depiction of description I could say that's still factually correct about Thunderbirds. Right. How? Is this going to be better all? So, her name says it all. For more than 700 years, she's been known as Saint Christina the Astonishing. Every biographer calls her that.
Oh, there's a dumb chat I missed from earlier. The pathetic sharks were ridiculed instead of being involved in shark dream research.
Well, that's it. The pathetic sharks are so pathetic. We never mention them once about Shark Science or Shark Science Revisited. Now, this story is much better, right? So, she was born near Liège in Belgium in 1150. She was the youngest of three sisters, was orphaned when she was 15. Sad, right?
Yeah.
Nothing remarkable or immoral happened to Christina before then. Her life began to unravel when she had an epileptic fit when she was about 21. As was the custom then, she was presumed dead, and the open coffin was carried to the church. So during Mass for a funeral, after the Agnus Dei, according to the account in Butler's Lives of the Saints, Christina sat in the coffin and soared to the rafters of the church. Everyone in the church fled except her elder sister and the priest. They coaxed her back down. She told them she took refuge in the rafters because she could not bear the smell of sinful human bodies. Biographer John J. Delaney writes in the Dictionary of Saints that Christina told the priest she had been to hell, purgatory, and heaven, and was allowed to return to earth to pray for the suffering souls in purgatory. That's why I was praying to this, because I was looking like how do I pray for people in purgatory? Because I reckon there's people in my family that are there, and I want them to be swiftly moved on into their eternal rest. So what you can do is you can pray to Saint Christina the Astonishing if you've got anybody in purgatory that you'd like to be moved on. The lost souls of purgatory. she told the priest that she recognized many friends in hell and seen many more friends in purgatory. Tom Cohen, in The Way of the Saints, calls Christina a holy and somewhat embarrassing fool for God, and believes that what she had what we call today a near-death experience, but that was just the beginning of a life that was truly astonishing. There are many incredible stories about Christina. I mean, again, even this is trying to rationalize it. It's like, look, I don't know about you, right? Churches, they're pretty tall. How do you fly to? You can't just jump up and it's like, oh, I'm in the rafters of the church now. You know, that's more than a hop, skip, and a jump away. She told the priest, yeah, she said, there are many incredible stories about Christina because she could not tolerate the odour of human beings, Delaney writes. She escaped contact with them by climbing into trees, hiding in ovens, and even jumping into rivers. Author Phyllis McGinley, The Encyclopedia of Saints, believed there is some... The Encyclopedia of Saints, that sounds like a book I ought to get. Believes there's some truth to some of the stories. She writes, who could invent a character like Christina the Astonishing? But McGinley cannot understand Christina's aversion to being around humans who are unwashed. After all, this was the Middle Ages, and everyone was mostly unwashed. Woodine König Blicker, 365 Saints, doesn't think Christina would have made it through the modern canonization process. She writes, there are some saints who, if they lived in the 20th century, would probably be declared insane, and Christina would certainly be one of them. Excuse me, she was a sensitive young soul living in medieval Belgium. For the rest of her life, Christina terrified and amazed people by her bizarre behaviour. She is supposed to have prayed while balancing on a hurdle, or curled up into a ball. She could handle fire without injuring herself and often hurl herself into the river during the coldest weather. Some people thought she was insane or that she was possessed. However, few venerated her and even respected her. One biographer, Cardinal Jacques de Vitry, was the most credible witness to many of the extraordinary events in Christina's life. He said that she was given the chance to return from death so she could spend her years of purgatory on earth. After a near-death experience, Christina spent many years living a homeless life, begging for alms. She was also particularly charitable and served the poor and ill with devotion. She spent the last years of her life in the convent of St. Catherine of Saint-Onde, where she died at the age of 74. She achieved respectability later in life. Many people sought her wise advice. Her feast day is July the 24th, so, that's, 8 days from now? Prayers are traditionally said to Christina for those suffering from mental illness and for mental health workers. Sarah Gallick writes in the Big Book of Women Saints that Herbert Thurston, the great Jesuit expert on mystic phenomena, conceded that Christina was blessed. He believed that it was the only way to account for the veneration in which she was held by many sincere and intelligent people who knew her. But again, it's just the fact that she was flying to the rafters, curled up in a ball, hiding inside little drawers that you put like cutlery in, inside ovens, in rivers where you should die of hypothermia or exposure. And she's just like saying, well, look, my time's not now. I'm telling you, you guys, you can't go to purgatory. So that's why you should go to confession. And if you don't have the sacrament of reconciliation, consider being Catholic. There you go. Right. St. Christina the Astonishing. Now that's Fortean.
Got another one here. I heard a strange claim on a review podcast about The Man with the Golden Gun. Apparently the villain of that book, Scaramandur, was made a gay character because apparently Ian Fleming, noticed for his highly sexualised characters, had heard that people who can't whistle were gay, which somehow led to Scaramanga being so. The person who said this in the podcast indicated it was a real-life UL at the time of writing the novel, but I've never heard of it before. Has anyone heard of this one?
I gotta say, like, if Ian Fleming were alive today, we'd need to show him that autistic theatre kid.
So I missed Barnes.
You know that one, that whiny voiced who hello faggot lovers everywhere.
Yeah.
You know the one I'm on about.
The one whiny voiced one.
Yeah, you know the one that plays steel drums and ukulele. And
oh yes, I know the one you mean. Yes.
Yeah, the one who gets a new instrument every week.
Yeah.
Expensive instruments as well, by the way.
So John Waters, in an interview, mentions this guy called In The Man with the Golden Gun, published in 90s, this is something else. James Bond author Ian Fleming promoted the theory that a man who can't whistle has homosexual tendencies. Others believe the giveaway is silent farts.
Yeah, well, that's why they're called pufters.
Oscar Wilde believed that. So Oscar Wilde believed that gay people couldn't whistle as well. Says he's John Waters, the film director, and there's and there's an excerpt from a guy called Julian Barnes' book. It says, "This is what Julian Barnes says, not me, not us with the LGBT podcast." All that time, medical science tried to tabulate reliable indicators of homosexuality: a mincing walk, an inability to whistle, a funnel-shaped anus, fatty deposits on the buttocks and thighs, the shape of the hand, and a supposedly higher skin temperature, hence the double meaning in German of the expressions warm brother and warm friend, and so on. Apparently Stephen Fry did it on QI and apparently pretended he couldn't whistle for comic effect.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, if you had any exposure to homosexuals, and I'm talking about like the really campy ones, you know that they can whistle and they form like barbershop bands, and they sing songs like "We're coming for your kids," and then like 2/3 of that choir happens to be registered sex offenders, including ones that have abused children.
Panda Cracker comments on this thread. He says, "I can't whistle, but that's because my mouth is always full of other men's cocks. Doesn't mean I'm gay though."
What the fuck?
This fucking forum is wild. It's absolutely wild.
I always thought it was weird it was Scaramanga where he had that like midget manservant. You know the midget manservant?
Yeah, Knick-Knack.
Knick-Knack? That's not a real name.
That was his name, Knick-Knack.
Knick-Knack's not a real name, though.
It's
oh,
James
yeah, and he
Bond.
had all like the...
He had that woman, some Goodbody. Do you remember her?
I remember there was Pussy Galore.
Yeah, exactly.
I tell you what, Ian Fleming certainly had a way with names.
Yeah.
Yeah. He had a way with women, too.
Oh, guys, I just found someone slandering the Chronicles of Riddick on the internet. Be right back.
How dare they?
Have you told them actually leave Riddick alone? He's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
Not yet, but
no.
Soon.
Oh, also, Ian Fleming thought that sumo wrestlers could retract their testicles when they had a sumo wrestle.
No, Ian, it's just a fatty pubis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They got a fatty pubis. The testicles haven't retracted. You shouldn't be looking that far into it, really.
Yeah.
No, Ian, that fatty pubis, the testicle's still there.
Yeah, they just
surrounded
by fat.
Famous Chinese sport of sumo wrestling.
Appolita with Rome has said, "Oh my, I'm gonna cut myself on all the edge." And then he said 07 boyos. I have no idea what 07 means, apparently.
Oh, 07 is doing a salute.
Yeah, I did know
because if you look at it, it looks like
being ironic.
Oh, well, I wanted to, be helpful.
Do you want to know about Alfred Hitchcock and the bowel movement?
Oh, yeah, go on.
I'm discussing the upcoming Hitchcock film with a college.
Hemi, it's 9:03. Tell everybody to fuck off.
Yeah, I'm going to have to go. Just one sec.
Okay.
The upcoming Hitchcock film. Oh, is he talking about... Oh, no. I don't know what he's... This doesn't make sense. In discussing the upcoming Hitchcock film with a college at work, I think he means colleague, she brought up a story that I'd never heard before, which I suspect is an urban legend. Basically, it goes that Alfred Hitchcock bet a guy he couldn't stay a night in a haunted house, and the guy said he would. The agreement was that the guy would stay handcuffed in the house overnight and be released in the morning. Then supposedly Hitch slipped the guy some X-Lax, causing him to drop the mother load, and he had to sit in it all night.
Oh.
Ah.
Yeah, there we go. Anyway, as it says, we're all done now.
Yeah, so fuck off and come back
Yeah.
again next week where we will talk about more
paranormal. We'll eventually do the Appalachia episode if the Woodwoses
eventually.
If the Woodwoses don't drug Fraser again like they did this week.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'll do an episode about.
I tell you, man, that was the weirdest sleep. You know when you go to sleep and you feel like you're floating? It was like that.
Oh, okay.
I haven't had one of those in a very long time.
The Appalachian Woodwoses don't want us talking about it.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway.
No drugs involved either. It was weird.
Good night, everybody. Stay spooky. Woo.
Toodaloo.